This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Jade Empire. I've just been sitting here for a week just listening to John Cleese just yammer and ramble on. Oh, he's burning my boil to a goat, or whatever it is. This Outlander will not see our people as lower beings anymore. It's time to put him in his place. Sir Roderick Ponce de Fontlebottom, or however you pronounce it. Let's do this.
Back again? What for? You don't even make a proper coward. You keep coming back for more. Have you changed your mind? Are you willing to debate the heart of your supposedly enlightened culture? We'll follow that with a test of physical prowess as well.
Alright, it's time for West versus East. And not in gangsta style, but in this type of style. So, I'll humiliate you here and in combat later.
It's more likely I'll teach the rest by making an example of you. Here, these five standing about will be our judges. They look like a varied lot. Go on, talk to them all to prove I haven't coerced them. We'll begin the debate when you're ready. Then we'll see how you fare in combat. Doubt you'll do very well. Like the rest, you're all just too damn skinny.
I heard you accept the Outlander's challenge. I'm grateful you have seen fit to defend us all. I would be honored to sit in judgment of the debate. Several of my fellow scholars have also volunteered.
Well, I didn't really do it for you guys. I did it for myself. I just gotta make myself better. You all are just byproducts of my meanderings. This will be simple. Just agree to with everything I say.
No, that would only prove his accusations that we cannot defend our culture on fair terms. We can't give in to that temptation. Of course, I doubt his arguments will have the weight that he expects. Not here in the heart of the Jade Empire.
So you're not really with me, You know, we could just get this guy to turn tail and flee, but no, we have to do it the right way. All right. What kind of arguments do you favor? What strategy should I take? I'll get ready for the debate. What kind of arguments do you favor?
I am ill-equipped to see my own faults, but I, like my fellow scholars, am adept at exploiting the weaknesses of others. Scholars Heng and Zhao are easily swayed with simple facts. Cite such details, and they are certain to change their opinion either for or against.
Basically, what we're basically doing here is figuring out like how each person votes, and then we just have to use it to our advantage. Kind of like in during the trial scene during Old Republic 1, when we were trying to get into the fish place on Manan or whatever. What strategy should I take?
The best course is to appeal to the individual preferences of the judges. We are theoretical thinkers, really. It is not so much the subject, but the tactic that triggers reaction. Each judge will respond only to argument styles they favor. If a judge likes fact, use it once and he will join your side. Use it again and he will switch back just to further debate. Other arguments may not interest him at all.
What type of debaters are you when you like do fact again? They're like, oh, I'm just doing the other side. What? That doesn't make sense. All right, fine. It's a game. You just gotta figure out the rules. I'll get ready for the debate. Goodbye.
I wish you luck. I look forward to your defense of the Empire.
All right, let's see what the journal says about this. The Outlander. In an effort to remove him from the Scholar's Garden, you have challenged the Outlander to a debate. How fun. 5 notables from the Scholar's Garden will judge your arguments. Prepare for the debate. Each of the judges reacts to a particular type of debate. If you can identify what type of argument will sway their mood, you may be able to end the debate quickly. When you're ready to begin, speak to the Outlander again. All right. You have anything to say, Percival?
I don't understand a thing he says, but I don't understand much of what these scholars say.
Yeah, you said that last time. All right. Did I read this last time? Maybe? I'll read it anyway. The scholars know little about the culture that lies across the glass ocean. The tribes of the land have a sizable amount of gold and near insatiable demand for silk and spices. They also seem able to manufacture metals to an outstanding degree, though perhaps not in as sophisticated a manner as our master tradesmen. Still, something on the other side of the glass ocean bears investigation. Unfortunately, few trade fleets have ever successfully made the passage, and those trade caravans that do pass follow circuitous route through unenlightened peoples hostile to the Jade Empire. No, I guess I have read that. Sorry, folks. This is what happens when you record weekly instead of daily, you know. Anyway, let's talk to Scholar Zhou.
Oh, this is exciting. I've never been asked to jury a debate before, and now I'm the third of your 5 judges. My name is Scholar Zhou.
Of course I pronounced his name incorrectly. Zhou. Okay, Zhou. That's how we're pronouncing it. What kind of arguments do you favor?
I haven't given it much thought. I pictured myself as balanced, but some of the others are very specific in their tastes. Actually, you can sway Scholars Kai and Gu by mocking your opponent. I don't care for it, but they seem to respond quite vigorously.
So that's an option, eh? What strategy can you offer?
I've argued in this group of scholars many times before. We are so used to each other that we will change opinions just to further the debate. Don't worry so much about what you are saying when you respond. Just concentrate on how you say it.
Oh, like a lot of things when it comes to talking, it's how it's pronounced, not how it's actually spelled. It's like I forgot what language is it that has like multiple versions of the same word, but it depends on how you pronounce it or write it. Okay, so he doesn't like mockery, but some people do, so keep that in mind. But he's middle for the most part. Do you share the minister's dislike of the Outlander?
He is coarser than the thinkers I am used to, but on the whole, I am not as upset by him as others appear to be. He seems bent on disruptive behavior. He should be encouraged to take that elsewhere.
True. And it is interesting how a lot of these people will change their mind just to keep debating. Like, who? I mean, are they just so bored that they just want to change opinions? And opinions can change, but you know. Anyway, I should get ready. Goodbye.
Good luck. This should be an interesting debate.
All right, Hang, what do you got?
Greetings to you. I am Scholar Hang, and I will be serving as the second of 5 judges for the debate. I look forward to honorable discourse.
Yes, honorable discourse before I put a hole through his face. What kind of arguments do you favor?
I'm sure the others agree that my tastes are balanced. The minister, however, is easily engaged by sympathetic pleas, as are scholars Zhou and Gu. I find their appreciation of such fawning to be distasteful, but that is one of the arguments they prefer.
Okay. And yeah, it's interesting how, like, they obviously don't say much. They'll only say, like, what they think is true, but then when you talk to another person, they'll mention the fact that maybe they're not aware of. So that's another thing you gotta keep in mind as well. What strategy can you offer?
Try to choose your arguments in a sequence that eventually turns everyone in your favor. Don't worry about losing a vote on a single topic.
Which she actually makes the best suggestion in the whole thing, is that you have to basically, from what I remember, yeah, you have to hit certain cues in a certain order if you want to like win immediately, as opposed to taking a while. You can't lose this, and I think you just straight up lose the fail the mission or something like that. So you have to keep that in mind as well, or you don't get as good as an outcome as you want. Why do you dislike the Outlander?
I don't dislike him. I find some of his points to be worth discussing, but Sir Roderick is a bit disruptive for the garden. He may bring attention that we do not want. It would be best to peacefully encourage him to be on his way.
Yeah, apparently if he keeps gawking, the Lotus Assassins are going to jump on him like, you know, rats on cheese.
Good luck against the Outlander. He is a tenacious speaker.
That's putting it mildly. Alright, so we've talked to the minister. I don't know if he has anything new to say afterwards. Do you have anything to Servant G? Are you going to be doing anything?
I am supposed to be the servant of an educated man. Destiny is a trickster that does not share the joke.
Nice. We've already seen that one before. Alright, Kai or Ka.
I greet you. My name is Scholar Kai, and I will be the 4th of 5 judges for the debate. I suggest you don't mess it up.
I won't if you know what's good for you. I mean, what kind of arguments do you favor?
I am always impartial, but some of my fellows are easy to goad into decisions if you know their tastes. The minister is particularly fond of confrontational arguments. Respond in a rage and you are sure to engage him.
So the minister likes rage. But yeah, have you noticed that like almost every person we talked to said they're balanced or impartial, which is not true at all. Like most politicians and political activists, they all say, "Oh, we're fair and balanced," or "We're bipartisan." No, you're not. Quit lying. Anyway, what strategy can you offer?
Some arguments may win a judge's favor while turning another away. Vary your topics so that you don't end up manipulating the same judges over and over.
So you've got fact, you've got embarrassment, you've got anger. So there's a few others, but yeah, there's a lot to take in. Do you share the minister's disdain for the Outlander?
He is an insult to our accomplishments as a people. If you fail in the debate, at least take him to task physically. I don't care where he came from. Anything to get him on his way.
If we can help it, we definitely want to. We want to win both the combat and the debate hands down. If we want to get the best rewards for this, get ready for the debate. Goodbye.
The Outlander uses flawed logic. Don't allow him to taint this forum of culture and intellect.
God, if this was made in modern day, or like by the time I'm recording this, I'd be hearing the term fake news somewhere around here. Don't worry, folks. I'm not going to be throwing that into this. We don't need that in this place. This is Jade Empire and 2008 goodness, or whenever this game was published.
Ah, so you are the one who will debate the Outlander. I am the 5th of your 5 judges.
Wow, your voice sounds different from everyone else here. Are you a special voice actor to come in just for this role? What kind of arguments do you favor?
Are you implying that I am predisposed to be weak in certain areas? I can't accept that. Some of my fellows, however, are another story. Scholars Zhao and Kai are easy to predict. Dismissing a weak argument gets their attention immediately and will spur them one way or another.
Weak arguments, huh? And another guy says he's impartial or doesn't have any flaws. What strategy can you offer?
Try not to dig a hole you can't get out of. If you can't get everyone to agree with you, just focus on getting as many as you can. Remember, you need a majority of judges on your side at the end of 6 topics.
And if I don't remember if they tell you this, but I think you can get them, if you can get them all to vote for you at the and the Outlander may say this as well. I think he says something about if they all vote for you at the same time, or not at the same time, but they all eventually vote for one person like you, then the debate immediately ends. So you might be able to do this faster if you know what you're doing. I think there is a specific way to like ask and say everything to do it. But anyway, we'll get to that when we get to that. The Outlander has very few supporters.
He doesn't seem that interested in gathering any. He's clearly used to imposing his opinion regardless of the recipient's desire to have it. His points are debatable, but his presentation is not compatible with the garden.
We'll see how that works, I guess. I should get ready.
Yes, make certain you are ready. The Outlander will be a challenging opponent.
Let me talk with the minister one more time before I do that.
Is there something else I can do for you? We eagerly await word of your progress with the Outlander.
So,
I am merely
just simple fact as
the
well.
best court.
Okay. And then you can just take your time, double check with everyone, and see like who does what. So we've got. Okay, I always like to save it before stuff like this for certain quests, just in case something happens, or because I do want to get a complete win off of him. But it's been so long since I played this game, I don't know if I remember which topics you're supposed to do in what order to get the full win. So we'll find out here in a second. Okay, so well, let's just start and then we'll see what happens from there. So.
Well, ready to set the ponies in motion, are we? Let's declare some rules and get to it. You don't mind if I make this interesting, do you?
It's a debate. What are you talking about? There can't be any extra... Well, I didn't... I don't remember him having the 3 curled hairs on the back there. I think it's because you almost never see him from the back, other than, focused in like that, so, I'll abide by whichever requirements you set. What kind of change are you planning? I'm not ready. Wait a minute. What kind of change are you planning?
I just want to make sure that this is more entertaining than simply blathering about whose walls are higher or whose philosophers really know what's what. It will be a simple matter. 5 judges, 6 topics. I'll pose my argument about why your foolish land stumbles like a child, and you try to answer. The judges will raise their arms to indicate whom they favor. Arms up for you, arms down for me. After 6 topics, if you have a majority, you are the winner. By the Queen's corset, if you get them all on your side at any time, I'll declare the match over. Now, shall we proceed?
There we go. The game tells you if you can get them all on your own side before it's over, you auto win. So, I'll expose you for. But yeah, you can still back out if you just want to double check with everyone and all that other stuff. But no, I'll expose you for the fool you are.
I will pull no punches, and I expect no mercy on your part. Let's see which of us is truly superior.
I may fail this the first time.
Well, what
so.
shall be my first point of contention? I know, the most basic of concerns for a culture, the currency of its economy. What manner of society would use the silver coin as the basis of trade? Gold is clearly superior, which you admit by using it for important statuary. Your understanding of what determines value is flawed. Your rebuttal?
Okay, so, getting all the voices there and everything like that. What I meant is not fail, but I might not get the full everyone on board, because I think you can get everyone on board within 3 or 4 topics, if I remember correctly, if you know what you're doing. But yeah, it even tells you what it is, what you're saying, because of what everyone talked about. So you've got your sympathetic, mocking, dismissive, factual, and raging. Let's see. What do we got? Sympathetic. Please understand that true value transcends currency. Mocking. Your stance betrays a worship of gold. Laughable. Dismissive. Bah! You have no understanding of us. Factual. Scarcity proves gold should be reserved for higher purposes. Raging. Ignorant fool! You are the poor man here! I'm trying to remember which one you should start out with. Let's see. I mean, we've got 6 topics to do this in. And most of them are going to be similar. They're similar going to be sympathetic, mocking, dismissive, factual, and raging. Well, there might be 1 or 2 that pop up differently, but oh man, I'm really trying to remember which ones you start out with, because it's been forever. Well, like I said, if I don't get them all, I might reload and show what the actual choices are for actually winning are. Start with sympathetic.
Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. I call attention to the arrogance of your empire. You simply assume that all lands outside your borders are the domain of barbarians and monsters. How can you truly know they are uncivilized until you've proven it by conquest? Crush them beneath your heel. You sit here thinking while far-off lands yearn for direction, not unlike what I am attempting with you.
Sheesh, you don't know land until you put it under your boot? What are you talking about, dude? Okay, so we've got 3 people on our team, or for now, but that will change depending. Oh, look at the guys pinch their nose. They're using the exact same animation. But yeah, we have to remember what each one finds important. So, and if we use sympathetic again, even if we find it might be a good idea, there's a good chance you might get someone, but you might lose all of them because you're using the same argument twice. So keep that in mind as well. But sympathetic, we do not wish to impose ourselves on others. Mocking, we know outsiders are uncivilized. Look at you. Dismissive, your attempt is failing. How does this strengthen your argument? Factual, such expansion must be controlled. The conqueror are volatile. Raging, we don't want to earn the same hatred we feel for you. See, we did sympathetic before. Let's see. Who went it when they mocked? I think that was the Joe. So that one. I'm trying to remember the ladies. Raging was one, but I don't think it was the ladies. I think it was either dismissive or mocking. Factual. Let's do dismissive. Your attempt is failing. How does it strengthen your argument?
Well, a majority on your side, but the debate is not over yet. Shall I draw attention to your foolish reliance on personal combat? You've got strange dragon powder arms, but you waste them on spectacle and flying chariots. Any decently civilized people would have developed a proper array of personal sidearms by now, like old Mirabelle here.
Mirabelle, huh? So that's what you call your gun or your arquebus or whatever you want to call it. So instead of using it for entertainment and joy, we must use our we must use our technology for weapons. Such a barbarian. Sympathetic. We don't want such destruction unleashed on our lands. Mocking. You're obviously hiding a lack of control, a lack of ability elsewhere. Simple toys. We have no use for them. Dismissive. Factual. At close range, the advantage you claim to have disappears. Raging. A coward's trinket. We would feed it to you. Let's see. We did... dismissive. Let's try factual. At close range, the advantage you claim to have disappeared.
What? My monocle must be fond. I can't see anyone in my favor.
It appears they've reached a consensus against you, Sir Roderick.
Clearly these people are incapable of fairly comparing one of their own to an outsider. This is a farce.
I actually wasn't sure, folks, if I was going to get that the first time. I kind of just thought about like the clues and everything like that. So color me surprised. I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, but I like to think I at least know a little bit more. But anyway, this guy's not even following his own rules here. Don't make excuses for your stupidity.
There, see how quickly I am dismissed? No grace in victory. You are, and always will be, a backwards lot. I seek satisfaction. You have bested me in debate, but true honor is decided on the dueling field.
This is the part where we love, especially if you ever want to punch John Cleese-like characters in the face. Not that I actually wanted to. I actually respect John Cleese quite a bit, but in game form, I am willing to punch him. If that's your wish, I'll meet you in combat. You're armed with explosives. That is hardly fair. I will teach you a lesson in proper respect, dog.
You have offended me, fool. So be it. You'll face my full wrath in the closest location with room for proper maneuvers. Mirabelle will sit you down. The entry hall here has walls to be up against, corners to be backed into, and floor enough on which to be down but not out. Whatever your metaphor, I'll beat it. Return to me when you are ready, and we will walk there together, just to ensure that no one gets lost or suffers an accident that would prevent a fair fight. Frankly, I don't know what you people are capable of.
You speak a big game, but when it comes to a gun in a knife fight, yeah, the gun... Well, his type of gun, and realistically would only get like one good shot, and if you didn't kill the dude, you're pretty much out of it, man. You would be dead within minutes, but obviously this is a game, so this plays a little bit differently. So let's get our bearings before we start beating up rich, fancy Westerners here. I'll return when I am ready.
Quickly now, Sir Roderick Ponce von Fontlebottom, the magnificent bastard, is not one to let a duel grow stale on the vine.
Alright, we get 1,000 experience, and the quest is updated for beating him in debate rather quickly. In 3, I was thinking it was either 3 or 4 turns you could debate him and beat him within that minimal amount of time. You have encountered the arguments of the Outlander through careful debate, but it'll take more than skilled debate to remove him from the Scholar's Garden. He has challenged you to personal combat. Face the Outlander in single combat. Speak to the Outlander when you are ready to challenge him. Let me see if anyone else has anything to say before we do that. Do you repeat yourself?
I like this Outlander. His foolishness is not disguised behind education.
You may have a point in a weird sense, my friend. How about you?
You are the first person in this Scholar's Garden that has made any sense.
Yeah, fists and aggressiveness win the day. Or sympathetic, dismissive, and factual, but...
You won the debate against the Outlander. I hope you teach him a lesson in combat as well.
Oh, that's going to be easy. Actually, this guy can actually, if he hits you with Mirabelle, it does do a lot of damage, so...
A masterful use of intellect. If you beat the Outlander in combat, you will shame him totally.
Well, thank you, my dear.
I have no doubt that you will take this Outlander to task in combat. Give him no ground.
Yeah, he doesn't even know how to throw a punch. Look at the magnificent bastard.
A great victory in the debate. A win in combat would be a fine way to finish.
Well, like in all video games, that's the way we solve it. Violence.
Your debate with the Outlander showed great understanding and intelligence. I hope you are equally proficient at combat. If you can beat him in combat, he will have to acknowledge that he is no match for the best of the Jade Empire.
Well, I am the best in the Empire. As a fair that I face him, he is armed with explosives. I'll prepare for the... Can I expect a reward for facing the Outlander?
The Jade Empire values all those who stand up in the face of adversity. The Ministry of Culture will reward you, I promise.
Ooh, nice to know I'll get rewarded by the Ministry for this. Is it fair that I face him? He is armed with explosives.
If we want to prove our worth to him, we must face him on his terms, as stilted as they may be. Personal combat takes many forms. If that is the weapon that defines him, who are we to say he should not use it? Of course, I suggest that you use every advantage you have as well.
Like throwing sand in his face? No, I mean, I'll punch him really good. Or use magic. I do have magic. I mean, that's basically... Although the sad thing about, like, his gun is that he shoots it and it goes. So you just have to make sure that before he blasts it, you have to dodge out of the way. Otherwise, it'll do a bunch of damage. Unlike magic, where you can kind of see it coming. But I will prepare for the fight. Goodbye!
I'm sure it will be a spectacular battle. Good luck.
Alright, now that we've won the debate, we are going to save again. I know I probably don't need to, but I'm going to anyway. And since I passed the debate, I wanted to worry about removing that old thing. So, alright, let's... Sir Roderick Ponce, Fontlebottom, the Magnificent Bastard, you are mine.
Ah, there you are. Well, are we ready for this duel, or are you going to slink away again?
I am ready now. Let's begin. Fist to the face, teeth flying.
What? Good. Let's get this over with so I can return to schooling the rest of your fellows. I envy you. You're about to experience for the first time the skill that has forged an empire and traveled the world. There will be pain as well, but I imagine it will be almost worth it.
No more talk. Kung Fu fight. Oh, we do it here. Okay. Yeah, basically he just... Okay, that's when he's charging up Mirabelle. So he'll... Yeah, see that? He does like a bunch of damage, so... I'm not sure really what the best way to like fight Ponce is, other than... Because he uses the gun... I wonder how often they had to get John Cleese to like make like... But yeah, he's pretty easy. Haha. Get down on your knees, dog. What now? What? East is better than West, boy. God,
that was a fine display of skill.
It was a fair fight, Sir Roderick. Within the rules you specified.
Yes, old boy, you've got it right. I was really sat down, I believe. Like the fall of the old bridge across the Grand. My humors are in disarray, I tell you. I supposed I should have seen it coming. Your win in the debate was a sure sign. I do believe I have underestimated the lot of you. Regardless, you have beaten me. That's a point of honor I cannot deny.
Ah. It looks like he can taste some humble pie. How is the pie? How is it? Take your carcass and get out of here.
There's no need to shout. I'm sure my expulsion is part of some post-duel tradition of yours. Well, my country has one as well. To the victor goes the spoils. I wouldn't be much of an ambassador for my country if I didn't abide by its customs. The Duchess of Almsbottom's rules of engagement are quite clear on this matter.
Almsbottom rules of engagement, hey? Okay. I prefer... now, this is where we get the reward of this. Now, I'm trying to remember what comes with which. I think if you choose... if you choose spiritual matters, I think you either get a technique or you get a jewel that gives you like a... I think if you get spiritual matters, I think your focus goes up by like 5, I think. I'll have to look that up again, or you might be able to look it up. If you choose, I am interested in improving my mind, your mind improves because of like a book or something like that. Physical strength, your strength stat goes up. If you choose any interesting gems, he'll give you a gem for your amulet. But I'm trying to remember what it is. Most people, from what I remember, will usually choose the gem because I think it does give some pretty decent stat bumps, if I remember correctly. However, the thing I've been waiting for till this very moment is the top answer. I prefer something useful. Your weapon, for example.
Mirabelle is yours. Treat her well. She's a finicky lady. Right, Percival, fluff my traveling trousers. We will darken this garden no more.
And East versus West has been decided. The East wins, and we get the style Mirabelle. If you don't choose Mirabelle, you never get that skill. So it is a weapon skill. So now, in combat, you can actually use the gun as a weapon. This is probably one of my favorite. It's not the best weapon to use in the game easily because of how slow it is and everything like that. But I just love the fact in this game where you can just basically have a weapon as your option. So this is where I put a lot of my increases into, which I'll do that off screen. But let's see. Do I have anything else in the journal? The Outlander. For all of his convictions, Sir Roderick was unable to best your skills in combat. Admitting your superiority, the Outlander has left the Scholar's Garden, and we'll never see him again. It's true, we never hear of him again. Here's a side quest. The Outlander removed, the Minister of Culture will want to reward your efforts. He should be in the Scholar's Garden. Ooh. Now that we've beaten Sir Roderick Ponce via Fontlebottom, the magnificent bastard, we have taught that our culture is better than his. Well, on the outside, or on the top side. We all know how I'm really like on the inside, but we won't let them know about that till much further in the game. So what reward will I get for my efforts for defending our culture, and where will we go to next? Perhaps some more fighting? My blood is a bit boiling. Find out next time in the next episode of Jade Empire. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.